Hello, everyone. We're here for some house flipping. There's some houses. We're gonna flip them. It's gonna be great. And hopefully this all works out. So we have garden after building the house. This was our before. It ain't pretty, but I think we made good progress last time. I have some homemade medium roast Kona cold brew, which I spilt slightly on my hand. Delicious. But by the time we're done with it, it will 100% be a dream house. But yeah, I got some caffeine. I have some liquid refreshment of the aqueous type. That's right, pure eyeball juice, aqueous humor. No, that's not true. It's water. It's all fucking water. Okay. So first, let's go back in the house and look at our progress. So here's our living room from last time. I think we did a pretty decent job. You'll notice there's more money in the account than last time. Between streams, I went and bought a second house, refurbished the whole thing, and then sold it. Because this is House Flipper, and that's how you make your money in House Flipper. We have our little office with its singular book. Very important, singular book. There we go. Got our little balcony. Great. And back here, got a balcony with a grill, like on Binging with Babish. And everything's fine. Now, let's get our ass outside, because here's what we need to do. Oh, yes, in our beautiful kitchen. Alright, so first off, we have the weirdest combination of no lawn and too much lawn, which is a problem. So one thing we're going to do is we're going to take care of all these weeds, all this overgrowth, and I'm personally of the opinion of selling all the existing plants and replacing them. We also need to paint the house, because as nice as this cinder block look is, I'm not sold on it. Alrighty, so first things first, let's get our lawnmower. Anywhere that's green, the lawnmower will turn into the light green. Now, personally, I don't like the lawnmower as a tool. I think the weed whacker does a much better job. Plus the fact that you can't accidentally screw up the weed whacker like you can the lawnmower. But we just need to get rid of all the long grass. Hello, Nightbot. Thank you for working, unlike last night. Those on YouTube don't see the chat, so this won't apply to them. But there's chat, because we're on Twitch. And I finally got Nightbot to reconnect, because we had lost Nightbot for quite a while there, to do the announcements. And it saves me time from having to remind people that, like, there's a store, or things like that. Or like to follow, subscribe, comment, some other bullshit, you know, all those things. So yeah, this whole house is just a mess, and we are going to fix this mess. We're gonna make it beautiful. Oh right, we never did shit with the garage. Let's take care of that as well. We're going to open that up so we can get into the garage, or as the Scotch call it, the garage. That is not correct, and it's a joke I stole from They Might Be Giants anyway. Okay. So yeah, not a lot going on here. Oh, yes, that's right. We are well on our path to partner. Everything that is directly under my control is accomplished. So yay, that's fun. Now what's left is increasing viewership. So I gotta figure out some of that on my end. the first step is, of course, reminding your friends to watch us. That helps. I'm still mad about so many things. So many things I'm mad about. But it's okay. And, our good friend Steph, who you in the chat know as Tiny Tiny Dog, has shared one of the things to be mad about. That there is a new trend, which itself is an evolution of an old trend. That new trend being the old trend is the chickenpox party, where one kid would get chickenpox, and so the parents would put them all together, so the kids could all get chickenpox. This is a terrible idea, by the way, because chickenpox is like less lethal than measles, but it still has an amount of lethality, and your kid might be the kid with the shitty genes that they got from you that's going to make them die, and you don't want that. Just get your kid the chickenpox shot. Especially if they're like me and have a stupid enough immune system that you catch it twice. Because you can catch chickenpox twice. If I had the shot, that wouldn't have happened. Anyway. There we go. Yeah, please get vaccinated. And if you're one of those people who, I know I just said I need to increase viewership, but if you're one of those people who thinks, oh, but vaccines are evil, get out of my channel. Shoot. I don't have time for nonsense. You need to get the needle jabbed in your arm so you don't get sick. And it's like, oh, but Rob, you just mentioned how you get sick all the time. Yeah. And it'll be worse if you don't vaccinate your damn kids. Or yourself. Get a flu shot when it's flu season. When the COVID shot comes out, get the COVID shot. Nobody needs COVID-19. It's the worst disease. Not the worst disease. AIDS is probably worse. Like pound for pound. But the infectious rate's pretty high up there with COVID. You gotta be doing a lot of adult situations to get AIDS, unless you were born with it. You do not need to do that. To get COVID, you just need to, you know, sneeze. And, like, yeah, there's some people who can't physically get vaccinated. I have some friends who are immunocompromised. I've had family that, for various reasons, have been immunocompromised at some times. I'm not expecting them to. I'm expecting this of the able-bodied adults. So I'm not saying the people who are like, oh, I can't because I have cancer. No, you're fine, dude. Fight the cancer. Good luck. I'm talking about but won't I get the autism? I mean, no. Even if you did, oh, too bad. You're awkward and good at math. Or maybe you're ADHD like me. Ooh, so spooky. Screw off. Anyway. Though I will say that the South Park joke of Cartman's mom getting a shot and her suddenly being good at painting was kind of funny. Because she became artistic. Where are the rest of my weeds? Right, that one's funny, because it's so dumb. Right? And it's like, so that's my counter-argument. The South Park hasn't had a funny joke in years. Excuse me, the artistic joke. That is comedy gold. But, at the same time, I can see why somebody wouldn't like that joke. And that's a matter of opinion anyway. And not something that can be fought like it's a factual argument. Let me get to my damn grass. There we go. Uh-oh, what? What did I do? Okay, I mean, that technically worked. Alright. There we are. Oh boy, am I getting a lot of messages here. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, boop. One moment as I catch up. Vanilla Kona cold brew. How I love you in my body. Okay, let's see here. Okay, and I'm back. It is a light... yeah, I used the light roast this time. I lied. I said medium roast earlier. It's a light roast Kona. It is fantastic. It's not like a specialty brewer. It's just Winco. So it's just the grocery store's brand. But, I mean, it's still good. I'm glad that Winco, being a Washington-based company, has coffee that you can have high opinions of. Alright. You know what? Some of these plants gotta go. I'm very much of the opinion that some of these plants have got to go. And then, of course, we can put in some new plants as we look into styles of gardening. Okay. Let's look over here. Okay, we got our garage. Garage is nice and all. But I think some nice storage shelves back here would be a great addition. Shelf? Shelving? Shit. Darn it, I know what the unit I'm thinking of is called, or looks like. I can't find it. Oh, is it in here? It might be in here. Might be in the bunker shit. No, it's not in the bunker shit. Is it in furniture? I have no idea. The cone is nice. It has that nice chocolatey flavor to it. It's very good. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Was it in kitchen? Shouldn't be in kitchen. No. Oh, no. Installations? Definitely not. Occasional? That's for occasions. There's a video game day. No. No. Nobody needs that. Though I do like that they have acoustic panels now. I wish we had acoustic panels. That would be sweet. There they are. Yeah, it's garage shelf. We're going to buy many of them. Nice. And we're going to put some over here as well. Okay. There we go. I don't think we need to paint the inside of the garage. I think it's fine with us not doing that. The outside, though, I would definitely suggest painting. I also think we need to resod the yard. Definitely need to resod the yard. First things first. Let's sell what plants we can. We'll buy new plants to replace these. We don't need them. Okay, we can't sell the trees. We have to cut them down. And I don't mind all the trees. Some of the trees are fine. But some of the trees, I think will be better without. This cottonwood tree, he can just get right out of here. Okay, we're going to add new plants to replace those. Alright, time for some sodding. Plant, or surfaces, huh? Turf roll, extra large turf roll. Buy now. And what I think we're going to do... Bloop, bloop, bloop. So we're just going to roll this baby out as far as we can. I totally missed that whole patch of grass. Ah, dang. Yeah, this will just go all the way up to the garage, and that'll save us a lot of grief. Because nobody wants all this bare dirt. Nobody wants all this bare dirt. That's already a huge improvement. Shit. Alright. There we go. Ah, geez, the whole lawn just de-rendered. What? What? Why did the lawn de-render? Help. Oh no. We're not allowed to look this way. This way lies madness. The world is gone. Okay, no. Whoa. Mm-mm. House Flipper is having problems. Ooh. Yeah, essentially, look at this unrendered hellscape. Jesus. Okay, new plan. We're going to change the graphics to very low and see if that re-renders the house. And the game's crashing. Okay. Nope. Also nope. Okay, new plan. Wait, how do we leave if the door to leave de-renders? Oh no. Let's go back to the office. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. One moment. As I have to throw something into a chat while I wait for this to load fully on my end. There we go. Okay, so this house is fully rendered. Let's try again. Please let the ground stay. Mm-hmm. There must be a place for a barbecue in an American garden. That's good to know. We have one. We have a barbecue. It's the balcony. So I'm going a little East Coast with it. Alright. The ground is still here. Everything is fine. Medium? Yes. Medium looks right. Fuck you, I can't lay turf on this surface. Well, where am I supposed to put the turf then? Okay, apparently if you get close enough to the wall, it just puts it on the wall, so that's fine. I'm about to cover this in gravel anyway, so I don't know why I'm turfing it, but here we are. Which, by the way, the only turf we accept on this channel is grass. That's right. I will also accept AstroTurf, but only the fake plastic grass, and not some sort of bigot in space. I know, these are super spicy takes here. Boop. Gotta fill in them gaps. Space bigot, the least loved of the old Hanna-Barbera cartoons. Okay, so we're going to cheat here. Go to Surfaces, Get some wood shavings, but not square wood shavings. That's dumb. Round wood shavings. Alright, you know what? I wanted to save these birches, but I just can't. Careful when cutting down trees that you don't launch the tree into your own face. Very important. Let's try this again. You know, Tree Face. He's one of Batman's guys. Yeah. That works. We're going to put down some more sod here, I feel. And actually, I'm going to erase this bark, because that's dumb. That is dumb bark. I didn't need to put that there. Get out of here. Shoot. Let's go back to turf. I think turf is the way to do it here. Boop. Perfect. Alrighty. Whee! Fastest grass in the West. Alright. Get a medium down here. It'll tell us what the tree feels. There we go. Alright. That's a psychic joke. Here we go. Hey, that's coming out pretty nice. Let's get a nice medium turf over here. Roll over all of this. And I think a large will basically cover this. There we are. And let's get a extra small. Okay. This section is basically done, but we have a new problem. We're going to have to drive over grass to get to the garage. We don't want that. That sounds bad. So we're going to use this nice two-color gravel. I feel that the large white gravel is the way to go. Okay, we're going to do this right across here. Great. Perfection. And we're going to do it right across the garage entrance. Mm-hmm. There we go, right across the whole front of the garage. Right? And now we just got to get it over to here. Great! Okay, it's not perfect, nor will it be. But I feel the gravel is a nice low-cost alternative to actually paving the whole dang thing, while still giving us a distinction between the pavement and the grass. You know? Now what we might end up doing... we'll just kill all this grass here. I'm kind of in a screw-it mood with some of this stuff. Because of everything that's going on. Just, you know, the everything. I think gravel is a nice, cheap way to give yourself a real driveway without it being, you know, concrete. Nothing wrong with concrete. Concrete's great for your front drive. But with this type of setup, I think gravel's the way to go. Okay. There's tons to ignore. That is a great way to put it. And a virtual house renovation, because I can't do real house renovation. Because with everything going on, it's making it dang near impossible for me to try to buy this house. Not this house. This house I bought in the game. I mean the house I am currently sitting in. Which itself is sad, but I mean not any sadder than what every other American is going through. So, it is what it is. Okay. That tree I decided could stay. There we go. Now we got this big swath o land here. Yep. Alright. Next up, we're going to be taking out this tree. Great. And from there, I think our best method would be to switch to turf roll. Great. We're going to roll this right across to here. Do another one. Actually, let's do a small. Small might just give us the same desired effect. Nope. I missed the wall. Or I didn't miss the wall. Hold up. Okay, fine. Get that out of here. Great. And we're going to do a small for right here. Yup. There we go. And let's do a large for right here. We're just going to slowly resod this yard. Now, me personally, in my own future home, be it here or somewhere else, I would not want an actual grass yard if I can avoid it. I think a landscaping garden does all the same work while looking so much better. But the game does judge you based on if there is grass or not. So there we go. Nice. Let me take a hearty drink here. There's so many better things than grass. I personally love the idea of bark with a garden. So I mean, bark with a garden, pretty nice. I'll get us up to this tree. Now, in all honesty, I kind of like these two trees. I like this big tree. I like these trees. I like a lot of these trees. It's just some of them were in our way. Vegetable gardens. Wonderful choice. And in fact, back here, for this house, the virtual house we're doing, I was considering some sort of orchard to replace the decorative trees. So I'm thinking of cutting down all these trees, even though I like them. Resodding this whole thing, and then putting in some apple and cherry trees, and maybe a nice swing set. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Yeah. Get those aggressive, manly urges out by hitting a tree. And almost... oh, there goes the fence. It clipped through the earth. Remember, in real life, your trees won't clip through the earth. Hello, the Black Alorian. Nice to see you in chat. Let's cut more of these down. Whoop. Let's leave this one. That one's kind of out of the way. It just won't bother us. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Part of my bad mood today, is being honestly, being a little dismayed that a lot of the brands that my favorite hobbies come from are not being as good as they could be, and I realize part of that is I'm loyal to feeling like I have to be loyal to the companies when I shouldn't. That's dumb. Don't be loyal to companies. You'll only be disappointed. But like, am I still loyal to the brand? Maybe. with games, it's different than other things, I feel. Like, some with food, it's like quality, right? But with games, it's about experience. So I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted on this. I've come to realize, though, that most of the games I play are actually the moneymakers for game stores. I'm not really... I realize that my continuing to want to buy the product isn't about wanting to buy them from anyone. I want to buy them from my stores. Because, like, the game store / comic shop that I would go to more often if, you know, there wasn't a pandemic, is really nice. And it's run by this nice old woman, and she's very friendly, and she just wants to see people have fun. So yeah, I'm probably still going to buy Magic stuff. I'm not going to buy Direct. I'm never buying a Secret Lair. Especially not if they don't fix this stuff. I will still buy stuff from my game store. My game store is nice. Just Imagine in Ridgecrest is a very nice store. And if that's too far for you, if you live in the Antelope Valley like we do, there's also Battlegrounds, which is fairly nice. So yeah, they have two nice options. Okay. We're going to come back to the front yard here. Let's take care of this backyard now that it is sodded. Because, ooh boy, does that look nice. You know what? You get a lot of points for a pool. Let's look at one. Yeah, that is a spa. You lied to me. Well, okay, let's see here. What could we do? Recreation, outdoor gym. Nah. Playground. Nah. Swings. Nah. Grills and fire pits. I am really tempted to put that pizza oven somewhere. Like, look at that. And then we put in, like, a pool. Let's see, a pool. I'm reaching for the wrong coffee. Concrete paving slabs, yep. Like, this backyard, I feel, is just a smidge too small for a pool. That depends. Do the cool kids not play D&D anymore? Here we go. I do. Not really streaming it at the moment, but we're kind of coming up with plans for eventually doing it. I love that the pool just follows the same stupid logic as a plant. Also, the water becomes clear when it's full. Also, I can walk on the water, kind of. You do not interact with the water. Alright. Concrete pavers. Concrete paving slabs. I don't know what the reaction of Jesus is about. Oh, right, because I was walking on the water. Yes. If I mess with the color filters, I can turn it into one. Does that say pour the water at? Hold up. So that's so you can move it. Okay. Got it. Fill up, dang it. There we go. While we're at it, let's do more of these paving slabs. Oh, I'm gonna go back to buy many. Nice. It would be so easy to maintain your pool if you could just do that. Just press E, drain. Hold down left click, fill. I guess the second half is true. Except it's more squeeze your hose. Anyway. Alright. So we got the little pizza oven. We got the pool. I'm feeling cherry tree is the way to go. And that way, a child living here can learn an important lesson about honesty at some point in their life. And let's go... What other trees do we have? Plants. Edible plants. We can just put some edibles in. That's fine. Let's put some gala apples, because those are awesome. Just to kind of block the view from the street. There we go. There, so now our wind block is also a fruit source. That's very helpful. Yeah, that's great. There we are. Okay. Then these will grow into nice big trees, but also they kind of block the view from the street, which is what you want. Let's plant these guys. There we go. Great. Delicious coffee. Just what I needed. Plant the cherry trees. There we go. Got some nice trees. Swing set. Said a swing set was a good idea. Let's pop one in. It's over in recreation. Playground. Nope. Swings. Right, that makes more sense. The nut loaded early. There we go. Hey, we got a swing set. Very good. Alright. Definitely need to resod the front lawn still. I think chop out this tree. Yeah. This tree's gotta go. What? If that happened to your real house, you would be out a roof. Okay. So you go over this with the sod, I think is the way to go here. Yeah. There we go. Just resawed this whole front yard, which, I mean, easy enough. Put in a little path, I'm thinking with pavers up front. There we go. Okay. Great. Great. Okay. Still gotta pick a good color for the house. That's gonna take a bit. Yeah, honestly, like I was saying, how I'm having like these conflicting feelings about brands and hobbies. Dungeons and Dragons is part of where that's coming from. WotC is making a lot of decisions I don't 100% agree with. That's part of the reason I'm mad. That said, there are some games that I feel like, since they're out of print, they can't take them from me. You know? Like Pathfinder 1st Edition, D&D 3, 2, 3, and 4. 5th still in print. That's still 100% them, but they're not really in charge of 3 anymore, are they? 3 is 100% in the hands of the fans now. God, I gotta be one of the last people who still plays 4. Part of that is because I do believe 4 can be a resilient system. I was talking with GM Andy over on Twitter last night, because I was supposed to film a D&D episode this morning for the new YouTube series, and I didn't, because this morning was bullshit. I might tomorrow. I might do it after I'm done streaming today. We'll find out how that goes. See if my goal of being to D&D what the professor is to Magic is viable. No, not a live play show. That's not what we're working on now. Though if I did do one, if I could, I would like to do Fantasy Grounds. Or, darn, what was the name of the other program? There's another program I was playing with on my laptop that looked like it had the right gist of what I wanted. I kind of want to avoid Roll20. There's been stuff there, too. Which I've been on the receiving end of a little bit of that, so Roll20's fine. I don't know if I want to give them free advertisement, you know? I don't know. There's stuff. There's stuff and things and stuff. And not in the fun way. But yeah, I wouldn't be doing it in person. If it was in person, it would just be me, Mikella, and Freyr. And while I'm certain that could be a fun show, or a fun campaign, I have a lot of other people that I want to play with. But anyway, the D&D show on the YouTube channel is more just talking about D&D than playing, and to try to help people set up their own groups. Right, many is the button I needed. Alrighty. Let's get some hydrangeas in here. I feel like that's the right kind of place to go with this. Ooh, some Kosovos could be nice, though. Yeah, let's do some Kosovos. Yeah, there's, I miss playing with a lot of my friends. I miss enjoying things. I know that one sounds sad, but it's true. I miss enjoying things. That's kind of was just the sentiment I had to give this morning. Of I miss just being excited for things and not having like some corporate stiff having a chip on his shoulder towards some group ruining it for me. And it's like the two options there are either ignorance or getting rid of the people causing the problem. And I'm not one to pick ignorance. Because, like, I look at this house. This house was garbage when we started with it, but we improved it. It took time and effort. And I feel fandoms can be the same way. Why should we let other people determine what's allowed in our or rather, determine who's allowed? And I realize that there's a small paradox in there, because I'm saying the people who are telling us to make those, who are telling us what their opinions are on those decisions of who's not allowed, aren't allowed. Now, it depends on where in California, if you're looking at buying a house, because where we're at, which is California City, up in the Mojave Desert, it's actually fairly affordable to get a house. It's just, that's kind of being hindered for us because global pandemic. So, you know, that's a problem. But, like, the houses around here are fairly affordable. Downside is there's almost nothing around here. You are eating a lot in travel costs. But it's about 2 hours from Los Angeles. It's about an hour and a half from Bakersfield. 45 minutes from Lancaster. Ridgecrest is nice. That's about an hour drive, but ooh, it's nice. And Lake Isabella's right up there. It's on the way to Bishop. All the good desert camping places are out here, which is very nice. Now, I'm assuming, because I'm bad at associating names between people, that the person in the chat is my friend Chris from high school. And if I'm wrong, please tell me. Because, like I said, I'm bad at remembering what username goes to what person. I have to rename everybody in Discord. Okay. Yeah, but, like, out here, we were looking at it, compared to Moreno Valley, which is where I spent most of my formative years, where, in fact, tell you what, I'm going to get exact numbers real fast. Hold up. Let me pull up Zillow. Good old Zillow. I can't see the chat right now, so if you're going to badmouth me, now's the time. I'm going to look in my dad's neighborhood, all right, where my dad still lives. And I'm going to look at, not rentals. Show me, though I will say, there's a house that is about what we have here. They have one more bedroom, which is nice. But they are $1,000 more rent. Same square footage. Okay, but let's look for sales. All right, so let's narrow it down. We'll use a standard. We'll use a 2-bed, 2-bath. All right. And we're gonna say square footage. Let's say no more than 2,000. So we're gonna cut it down to a reasonable sized house, in my opinion. Okay, so this one, Orleans Drive. That's down the street from my dad. That is 329,500. So 329. Now we change this to where we're at, Cal City. That's for 1,200 square foot house. 3-bed, 2-bath. There is one that is a 1,600 square foot, 3-bed, 2-bath, 164. even an almost identical house actually still has about 600 square feet on it, 50 grand less. Much more affordable out here, admittedly. Downside, we have 2 drive-through restaurants and one's closed because of the pandemic. Everything else is like 20 minutes to a half hour away. The other one's a McDonald's. There's 3 game stores technically. They're all 30 minutes or further away. That said, Just Imagine is really nice. And so, like, I personally feel it's worth going out of your way for. That's just me. Okay, I kind of like brick on the bottom, and I'm thinking blue on the top. Okay, yeah, so houses are actually what you would expect a house to be priced out here. It's closer to how it is in the rest of America, which isn't bad. There's some people who are like, oh, but the crime rate's higher. It's like, not really. I mean, yeah, there's a higher percentage of criminals. That's because they count the prisoners to our population. So, like, yeah, who do you think's in prison? That's who they put in prison. Well, that and innocent people who don't deserve that. But that's neither here nor there. That's not for this conversation. Beyond that, you could argue the same thing about Merino Valley. So there you go. Anyway. But yeah, so D&D shows. One that we're figuring out, I don't want to get into. The other one is is explaining to people how to make a D&D game the way I would run it. Which there's not enough DMs who are willing to DM. That's what it comes down to. And a big part of it is everyone thinks they have to be Matthew Mercer. And they don't. I'm not saying don't try your best, but understand that you're not Matt Mercer. Nor should you be, unless your name is Matt Mercer. Then please keep being Matt Mercer. I've said Matt Mercer's name so many times it has lost all meaning. Can I make the jump? Yep. Like, you need a DM to play D&D. And I've seen a lot of DM-less systems. I don't like it. I like systems with a DM. And there's so many DMs who are like, oh, but if I'm not exactly like Matt Mercer or Clint McElroy or Matt Colville, then it's not worth it. Yes, it is. Your players are still going to think you're the best, and if they don't, then they're not worth your time. And Matt's fine. Matt does a great job, but a lot of DMs also need to realize that Matt Mercer does that as his job. Heck, I technically do this as my job. And I'm not even the best streamer. I am really glad those didn't spill. Thank you, graphics engine. For making that possible. Whoa. There we go. That's his job. Of course he can do better than you. He does it professionally. Beyond that, if you're a new DM, like, heck, even the answer I give people is, of course I'm going to be a better DM than a new DM. I've been doing it since I was 12. It's like going to an Olympic athlete and saying, I wish I was good at figure skating as you, but I never will be. I mean, yeah, if you do it every day since you're 12, you'll be as good as an Olympic athlete. That's how Olympic athletes do. Heck. And the thing is that when you're 12, you don't let things stop you. Like, that's the real secret. If you're constantly going like, I gotta be the best. No. No, you don't. Ignore the Pokemon theme song. It doesn't know what it's talking about. You can want to be the very best, but don't feel you have to be the very best. Right? And like, oh, but I can't afford the books. You guys have better options than I did as a kid for not having all the books. You know what my option was for not having all the books? My first couple games I ran, I didn't even have the source books. I had a notebook that I was supposed to write math in. And instead of doing my math notes, I came up with a system that was loosely based on what I had gleaned from my friends playing Final Fantasy XI, as well as a lot of Digimon Season 4. Because that's what I had. Then, I went and added to that, itchy, stuff from Skies of Arcadia, stuff from all the other JRPGs I was playing. I didn't get D&D books until, like, actual literal books that said Dungeons and Dragons on them, until I was in 9th grade. At which point, a friend of mine, her foster mom, was going through all the boxes her son had left when he left for college. And in them was all of his old D&D books. And I basically stole a man's 2nd edition books. That's not true. His mom gave them to me because it was that or throwing them away. And it's like, I will take these off your hands. I will still play 2nd edition. I will play it with skills and options turned on because, I'm sorry, playing 2nd edition sucks. But I'll do it. 2nd edition's a fine system. 4th edition's a fine system too. You get a lot of people who are convinced 4th edition's the worst thing to happen to D&D since, I'd say, the Satanic Panic. But, like, nah, it's good. Now, part of it, though, is a lot of the DMs for 4th edition weren't prepared. And a lot of them didn't come from older editions. They didn't know what they was doing. So, you had them, like, thinking, oh, well, there's no rules for doing diplomacy in place of a combat, so it must not work. It's like, those rules were there. First off, look with your eyes. Look with your special eyes. You'll find them. But, beyond that... I accidentally started climbing a ladder, help. Where was I? Right. 1, those rules existed. Don't go telling me those rules didn't exist, because I utilized them. 2, you have to allow players to roleplay. It's almost like that's the type of game it is. It'd be like if you played Magic, but didn't let people use trading cards in this trading card game. Basic lands only, let's go. That's Momir. That's actually a format. It's like playing baseball, but saying bases and balls are banned for being OP. That's dumb. Don't be dumb. Don't go nerfing second base. Okay. So yes, Chris, the THAC0 score, THAC 2-hit armor class 0, is from 2nd edition. That was an improvement over what 1st edition had, which was the combat bonus table. Or as most people would remember it, the bullshit table. 'Cause it was bullshit. Oh, such bullshit that table was. Nobody likes that table. Nobody wants to like that table. That table can rot in hell. Okay. And it's like, Rob, why are you so mad at the combat bonus table? Because I do not want to have to reference a table in the middle of a book every time I go to make an attack. That's good. I think I'm going to leave the brick there. We're just going to switch to painting from here on out. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Okay. And the reason for that is that table got replaced with THAC0. So instead of having to reference the table, it was built into your class, which was a smart bit of bookkeeping. The alternative was, okay, so before AC went lower, and that was a holdover from War Games. And it's part of the charm of Second that it works that way, but it's confusing to new people, because every other score you want higher. And yet here you are with armor, which you want as low as possible. Because you had to roll your number, add your bonuses, subtract it from your THACO, and that's the AC you hit. And you wanted the lowest number possible. So you want the highest bonus, because you subtract a high number from a low number, you get a negative number. And so you ended up with THACO, a very confusing system. Third edition came along with base attack bonus, which was better than the attack bonus table, which again, bullshit. Because base attack bonus went under the assumption of higher is better, which was true of attack bonus before, but also made the armor class higher. The downside to this system was there was no upper limit, but that's fine. You can deal with that. That let you go nuts if you needed to. And that can be fun. This house is really coming together. More sky blue paint, I think. There we are. So, like, THACO is easy once you get the hang of it. The other thing people weren't used to was that skill bonuses were... You tried to roll lower than your score. So your skill was equal to your score. And the bonus got added to your score, which made it easier for you to roll low. Which, again, is backwards from every other thing in D&D. Because everyone's like, oh, natural 20, that means I automatically hit. Yes, it does not mean it's an automatic success on everything. Please stop treating it as such. Please stop treating it as this means you get to screw the dragon. No. Nah. Befriending the dragon I'll accept. Please stop trying to make half dragons. Nobody needs this. Nobody asked for this. Go away. D&D is not here for your scaly fantasies. There's a low-key word added to that Wilhelmina knows what I added. But I'm not going to say that person's name, because there's another person in the chat with that same name, and I don't mean them. What I'm saying is I would rather you not boink the dragon. Thank you very much. I would rather dragon boinking be kept to an absolute minimum. Alright, fine. I guess I have to shame this Chris too. Anyway. But yeah, so I got what I would like to do. I have 2 big campaigns I would like to run. I'd love to run them as streams, in all honesty. I'd love to do a Starfinder one. Ah! So I fall to my death. Boy, am I glad that House Flipper does not have the "you died" screen like Dark Souls. That'd be the worst. Here we go. Just you fall off the roof, you died. Aw. Oh, I'll have to check you out. One I want to do is a 5th edition stream of Plane Shift, which is the Magic the Gathering tie-in setting. I know some folks who made some characters for that. We tried to do it as just an us thing, and then that fell apart. So I'm very much considering making it a stream on the show. There we are. then there's also the Starfinder game, because I really love the idea of going out and having, like, crazy corporate-run, like, the corporations are bad, but we have to deal with them later adventures in space. Because space is fun. What's wrong with space? Nothing's wrong with space. But also, as I mentioned, if I'm allowed to, like, just have free reign in a D&D game, it's going to eventually just turn into Thundar the Barbarian. That's non-negotiable. I should bring the bucket with me, but I'm not gonna. Yes, I will. Into the pool you go, bucket. No. Alright, so we do this wall, and then the wall will be all done. I think somebody told the other Chris I was calling them out. Nope, just people talking about avocados. And me slandering avocados. That bucket's gonna fall again. Okay, wait, it's not slander if it's true. Avocado tastes like wet grass lumps. I am not against having guests. We've done it before, I'll do it again. I mean, physically, a guest over right now is a terrible idea because Corona, but we don't need to be turning this house into a petri dish here. But for others, avocado is disgusting, and I'm not just saying that because of my tyramine sensitivity, making it so that I can't really eat avocado, but also because it's just gross. Anyway, like with Magic, I love Magic the Gathering. I'm not a big fan of the company that makes it right now. I don't know if that means I should just stop playing Magic. I don't know. On one hand, isn't it more noble to give up something you love for a righteous cause? On the other hand, is it right of me to dictate who truly controls my enjoyment? Do they win more by me stopping playing or by me continuing? If I continue, I most certainly will still be a voice for those that they have wronged. That is a moral imperative. Look at me going all Chidi Anagonia over here. Yes, Wizards of the Coast. Wizards of the Coast, the company that makes both Dungeons & Dragons from 3rd edition onward, and Magic the Gathering from the beginning, has problems, to say the least. They're not the biggest problems in the world. I mean, it's not like Nestle using literal slaves in making their chocolate bars. It's not like... what's the other big one that nobody likes? It's not like Martin Shkreli charging too much for medicine, but it is still hypocritical, and it is concerning. Especially because they are a company that tends to paint themselves as great allies. And yet finding out that they, for example, will remove an entire... dang it. I hoped I had bought enough paint, and I did not. One more paint. So, like, one thing is, I've sworn I'm not going to buy direct from them. Like, ever. I will buy through the game store around here, but I've also tried to buy singles when possible because they don't make money on singles. Oh, god damn it! Because that's the thing, is like they've done some good things. They've helped out the Magic Club that I ran at the library, which was very nice. But I gotta be critical of them right now. They should not be being hypocritical. It's not right. They don't get to go off and act like they're so woke and then go after folks. And we'll let that one come out of the grass. Anyway. Yeah, so I want to do the Plane Shift game, which uses magic lore, though twisted through my lens, because not a big fan of their current, or their last story, dude. And then you got the Starfinder game, which that's Paizo. Paizo's a better company. No company is 100% faultless. Like, not even Ben & Jerry's. Ben & Jerry's gets close, though. Okay. What else needs to go in an American garden? Rose bushes under the windows. Yes. Okay. Flower beds. Give me roses. Nothing like a tripping hazard for children to show how beautiful a house is. Perfect. Also, let's have there's like no window here, but that's the staircase, so there couldn't be. There we are. Yeah. Okay. We are going to submit this for an American Garden contest. We got good points on layout. We have no good... Okay. Equipment left. Equipment left? Where's the equipment? What equipment did we leave out? Didn't leave out any equipment. What are they counting? I'm gonna find out that there's like a thing of sod I left somewhere, huh? I don't see any equipment. Oh well. I think it's time to sell this house. Which, it's a nice house. I think we did a good job. Nice little barbecue. Got a pizza oven. Honestly, I should move the barbecue downstairs. I liked the idea of the upstairs barbecue. I'm not a big fan anymore. There we go. Oh, you know what? I was going to replace the door. And I didn't. Door. Come on, game. Work with me here. Much better. Okay, you know what? Let's sell it. We bought it for 192. Let's see here. Put on auction. We added 29,000. We need, honestly, 255,968. Ooh, 281. That's not bad at all. Let's negotiate. See if we can squeeze an extra 5 grand out of this. Can they do it? Nice. Our before and afters, which is a new feature the HGTV DLC added, and I love it. It gives you that nice feeling of improvement. It's like, look at this. This is beautiful. Right? That's a house you could be proud of. That's the kind of place you come in and you go like, I'm making my life here. Huge improvements. Love it. Oh, we have a portfolio. We can go over our houses we've done. Let's do that. I hate that they show our base as the old house it used to be. That feels like bullshit to me. What's this? I know, we've done, like, you can see what we've done here. Like, this is legit the angle they try to show you. And it's like, we did a good job here, thank you. Okay, I didn't get rid of the dishes. That's on me. Portfolio, here we go. Sold houses. Oh, they only show you houses that you got after the DLC. That's fair. So, like, this is the house I did for the extra money. I mean, that's what I had started with. That's what I ended with. I like brick and blue. I don't know why. I just think it's nice. But hey, now we have a bunch of monies. You know what? Let's do an HGTV job. It's going to have 10 rooms to do, 2 choices. Might be fun for another hour of play. I'll take it. Undo my pockets. I am just... Ugh. It still gets warm with the air conditioning running, which is part of the reason why we didn't do anything when the air conditioner had broken. So that was just the worst. Alrighty, so this is their house. It's very nice. I have nothing to do outside. I do have a $9,000 budget. There's a choice. There's a choice. There's some trash. Thank you. Outside, I see. Let's get rid of some of this junk. Yeah, so the biggest part of the D&D show that I'm working on is not how to DM like me, though that's part of it. It's also helping players understand how hard the DM's job is, and helping DMs understand how hard their job is. They gotta accept that, you know? Aha! Okay. I got some walls to destroy, that's helpful. Get some of this aggression out. So like the next one I'm working on is less about how to be a good player. More about how to build your party in a way that fosters role-playing. Which, you know, important. Okay. Let's see here. Alright. Walls, 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 walls. One too many. Yeah, I think I was a little too aggressive with that. Oh well, we fixed it. Let's see, what kind of toilet do I need in here? Ah, this kind of toilet. And thus the toilet shall be installed. What part am I missing? I guess that was it? That's weird. There we go. White Mosaic Hexagon tiles. Alright. I need 3 of those. There we go. Put up a good 25 of these. Yep. Yeah, so like the first big one we're working on is party composition. But not in the whole, oh, you need a fighter, a wizard, a cleric, a rogue, because that's what everyone assumes it should be. This is more personality-wise, what is your party's composition? How can you use this to try to make better stories for your game? And so the distinctions we're looking at, just for example 1, of the 5 different groups I'm using as examples are you more of a Leonardo? Are you more of a Donatello? If you make your group like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, can you make better stories? The answer is yeah, probably. And also part of it is, yeah, you shouldn't be selfish in your party. Like, how do you mean selfish? Black Valorian, what do you got? Because, like, you shouldn't have selfish players. Right? They need to understand that it's not always about them. Some plots are going to be about the other players. Sarnit, there we go. They shouldn't be caring only about themselves. That's wrong, in my opinion. And, like, they can care about their personal goals. There's no problem with that. But every player should have reasons to help out their party. You know what? First off, there we go. Just make this a little less ugly, jeez. Like, okay. One of my biggest problems I've been having with is murder hobos. And, like, I want to put an end to murder hoboing. I think murder hobos need to be out of D&D. Now, is D&D built for murder hobos? Sadly, yes. But they need to go. They're not helping anybody. Alright, we gotta make a decision. I'm agreeing with the dude. Sorry, lady. I'm like, okay. The example I gave last night as I was talking with Andy. Is that in the 4th edition game I've been playing in, there's been this idea that everything has to be combat all the time. There's also a Chosen One plot, which I'm never a big fan of. That's just me. Very few Chosen One plots are that great, in my opinion. Like, everyone likes to go, oh, but then it's like Harry Potter. Yeah, no, screw Harry Potter. Which has always been my opinion. When it comes to Chosen One plots, I am a bigger fan of the Lego movie. In the whole Vitruvius made it all up angle. I always preferred the, what do you call it? The Half-Life mentality. Half-Life 2, with all it takes is the right man at the right place. That's not a Chosen One mentality. That is the okay, fine mentality of, you have to save the world. Jeez, I guess. Guardians of the Galaxy does that very, very well. Why should I care about the galaxy? Because, you idiot, we're some of the assholes who live there. Which, for some reason, is never enough of a motivation for some players. And it's like, come on. If I tell you you gotta save the world, you gotta save the world. Why are you trying to not save the world? The world's great. That's where all your stuff is. Okay, so, like, yeah, I think the right man at the right time is a way better angle to take. And so, and partially to make a point, I modified 4th edition, right, to try to be more role-playing friendly. And you know what? It worked. I need to redo the Bard. I made the Bard a little bit too cumbersome. I fully agree to that. I really need to change how the Bard works. That said, I did a pretty decent job on the Fighter, the Paladin. Basically, Bard's my biggest point of contention right now, which is sad, because I love the Bard. But anyway. So 9 hours of combat in the Murder Hobo game. It was one fight. We had one fight. There was one big, long fight. We started at 11. It ended at, like, 9, and then I had to drive home. And I didn't get home till, like, 11:30. It's the worst. Nope. Paint, come back. And it's like, I'm certain some people were having fun. I'm not a murder hobo by nature. It's just me. So, like, sorry. That's how I am. Yeah, it didn't work. 9 hours is too long for a fight. So, to prove a point, at my house, I ran a campaign with the caveat of we were going to play for 9 hours. It was a one-shot, but we played for 9 hours with 4th edition rules. 4th edition D&D that's made only for combat, according to everybody. Within those 9 hours, the party had liberated a kobold village, reunited a lost child with her mother. They had fixed the problem a dryad was having of her ex-boyfriend constantly hanging around. That looks so much better. They befriended a nice treant named Ironwood. Oh yeah, that works really well against this tile. I love the dark tile here, but I think the light pine really works out. Very fond of that. Let's see here. Yep. There we go. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so, like, within that same time frame of 9 hours, whereas in the Murder Hobo game, where D&D's all about fighting, what are you talking about? It was... And then I rolled and saw if I hit the goblin, and I didn't. And then I rolled to see if I hit the goblin, and then I didn't again. This one was like, yeah, and then we helped the little girl find her mom, and we helped the kobolds find a new leader who's not an asshole. And it's like, yeah, those are things that you feel proud of when you're done. You know? And I kind of feel that's where D&D should be. Of, you feel like you didn't waste your afternoon. Yeah, let's put that in black. Yeah. And, what's this? Colorful rug. I think the lily rug's going to look very nice here. There we go. Ooh, so nice. Such a nice kitchen. We are almost out of budget. Shit. Alright. What do we got in here? Demolish the 2 walls connecting the living room and the dining room and kitchen together. Shall we do it? I'm siding with the man again. I normally side with the woman. Alright. Floor panel pine. Let's do those floor panels first. Is this legit the same floor paneling? Yes. Alright, sure. Looks real nice. Yeah, so, if you probably have figured out, it said we're supposed to do abduction right now. And we would, except... Abduction is a very mentally intense game. And I love it, but... It drains you. It drains you. So I do plan on doing more of abduction in the future, but not today. Hopefully next week. But I am but one man who gets very tired. And so I can't do that. And, like, I like games like Abduction, where I have to solve puzzles and such, but it's very mentally exhausting. The choices in House Flipper are a little bit easier for me when I've had a rough morning. Which is why we have House Flipper right now. Hold up. Somebody asked a question on the other side there. Okay, so we got our curtains up. Fantastic. We need a sofa L. Here we go. I think blue works really well around here. There we go. Yeah. And we need the table auto. Oh, let's make this blue. Auto, there we go. For these, we're going to buy this in cyan. Okay, there we go. A dark, high bookshelf. That's what we get for building it out of hemp. Oh, darn it. Does it not count it if I'm in the closet? No. Too easy. Okay. Juka. Is this the Juka? Buy 2 Jukas. Okay. Diffenbachia? Doesn't even sound like a real word, but alright. One here. Chandelier tulips. Like that spruce. There we go. Classic rug blue. We are almost out of money. Oops. Doormat. Welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. Let's go with gray. You notice nobody has a welcome mat that just says get out? Picture of fog. Mirror. Wallpaper with bamboo. There we go. You need your what? You're trying to say senpai? Because I got senpi. Like what a little kid will call his sippy cup. Where did I misclick? Ah, I think I got it. There's been a couple of jobs I just, like, do technically what they ask. Because the computer won't check for, like, placements and stuff. And I'll just, like, throw a bunch of furniture into the middle of the room and see how it judges me. There we go. There we are. Nope. Ah. Oh well. There we go. Okay. Just a little bit more. And this room will be officially green. Actually, let's leave that wall white if we can. Make a nice accent wall out of it. We literally cannot. Alright, sure. And complete the job. What do you mean it's not fully completed? Did the living room. Did the closet. Oh no, is there something back here? Yes. Shit. Okay, what am I removing? Remove the trash. What trash? The trash didn't load. Paint natural beige. Put down the floor tiles at least. Okay. Alright, that was it. Mount a short, narrow curtain. Boom. And flip, there we go. Okay. We gotta do this whole thing under budget. Alright, natural beige. Let's roll. I could almost not see this. Alright, it might slow down the stream a little bit, but I am bumping this up to medium graphics. Ooh, ah. And crashing the program in the process. There we go. Yep, that's not adding to the percentage. I don't need to paint inside the closet. That saves me some time. Oh, if this house de-raises, I'm gonna be pissed. I will be so mad. Which one of these is the lamp? Much better. Good, good. Let's get up there. Okay. I missed a wall. Alright, that was one. Got it. Alright. Double bed Mal. American Elm. Blue pillows. Checker. The white cover. Nope. That's a terrible place to put a bed. Right here. Great. Chest of drawers. In beach. How dog bed? Okay. I mean, sure. Doggos deserve a nice bed, too. There we go. Right, now the doggo can sleep next to the human. That's nice. 2 wardrobe doors. Sure. By many. Please do not let me run out of budget. I'm getting very close, and I don't like it. I think I'm almost there. Rosie. Dark blue? Light blue. Light blue. And nice picture right there. Now everything's done. We did it $1,000 under budget. Yes. Huge achievement. I might go pro one day. That's how beautiful this all is. You know, when House Flipper becomes an esport. That will be never. That was just, look at this trash we got rid of. I don't know. Competitive house flipping. Ah, looks like you picked the young flower bud paint. That's not going to do well with the judges. That's right, pink is in this season. Just, like, treat it like it's ESPN. And make the announcers just as serious about everything as they would about NFL, football. Like, make it real. Make it serious. I mean, it might be a thing. That'd be the kind of thing I'd want to see on, like, HGTV. I mean, they made the DLC for this game. They should. Turn this into an esport. Come on, HGTV. Do it, you cowards. See? It's right there. As well as their other games, but not cooking simulator. So, whatever. Yeah. We got 5 more minutes. You know, I could do in those 5 minutes. I could show you the other house that I don't plan on selling. Which is the house on the moon. I kind of like the house on the moon. It's a nice little moon house. This was their April Fool's Day joke. So if you played on April Fool's Day, you could buy this house. Sadly, you're not super bouncy here, though you should be. What is fun is I want to say this is the only house where instead of a fence, you have a car. But yeah, we have a hydroponics lab. Very nice. We can open these up to let some of that fresh moon air in. Yep. We got some trees. They're red fern algae. They're good for making air, I would assume. Sounds right. Got an antennae. We have an eating area. Kitchen. Storage. Server room. The outside void. Bunks. Garbage that was left behind by the previous tenants, which all mysteriously disappeared. A shutter door that leads into the bathroom with these weird mirror lights. Futuristic shower where you can clean yourself with streams of water. Some trash I forgot to throw away when I bought this place. Real moon debris. Rocks. Scenic rocks. So many fun things here on the moon. I sadly missed out on my chance to get the haunted house, which would have been fun. So no haunted house for me. But maybe next Halloween I can get it. Alright, going back to the office. What I do think we need to do, though, is we need to pick what our next house is going to be that we're going to flip. And then we can go invest our time and effort into that house and make that better. But for right now, I need to step away from the computer once we pick that house. And take care of some things before the Pokemon stream tonight at 7. If you're watching on YouTube, but just in the future at some point. So let's see here. How much monies do we have? We have a lot of monies. Oh, this one has a fallout shelter. So does this one. Some Marta Meyer's house. The Alone Home. That's literally the house from Home Alone. That is literally the house from Home Alone. We will come back to you, Alone Home. You are too much. There are many varieties of playing Pokemon as a tabletop RPG. I modified one for my own purposes. I never got a chance to play it. I have also seen a Pathfinder variant for Pokemon and a D&D variant. I have not tried any of them, I'm afraid. Here we go. So, I think this is the house. What do you guys think? This big, oh, I lost it. It's gone. Oh, we bought it. Never mind. This is the one we're getting. This is going to be our new house we're going to work on. It's going to be great. Come on in next time to help me with it. And then come watch me later tonight for Pokemon. We beat Erica and Sabrina last night. I hit the wrong button. Sorry. It's nice and it has a fallout shelter, which will be fun. Oh, I think this is the haunted house. So this will be fun. Yeah, join us tonight. We have to beat Koga. We have to explore the Safari Zone and see what randomized Pokemon showed up there. Pokemon randomized, that's at 7 o'clock, so you got about an hour and a half. Tell your friends to join us, because we need to get to partner. So, that is... Here's honestly what we're looking at. We need to get to 75 concurrent viewers on average. Today's stream, we got to 8 at one point. No, today was 5. Last night was 8. We have a ways to go. If you can get some of your friends to join us, and they can get some friends to join us, it just snowballs out of control. It's fantastic. That's how this works. And then, of course, make sure you're subbed over on YouTube as well. That helps us on the YouTube side. If you can subscribe on Twitch, always fun. And just sharing, telling people when we're about to stream is always good. And we normally start the streams a little bit early so you can listen to some music and get in the room. So we got all that going. But I have to get going. I'll catch you all later.